Now. And Charlie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. Before we talk about your kind of route into boxing, just to kind of put us to shame as to how hard you've been working, just talk me through your week so far.
I've trained literally every day, twice a day, strength and conditioning, sprints, sparring all the time, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's an amazing sport. I obviously love the sport, and I know I've been around your gym in the last couple of weeks
Yeah,
because you share the gym with Kieran Conway, Team Shoebox, and we'll talk about that more later on. But I don't think you ever truly appreciate kind of what goes into being a professional boxer until you see it in action. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work.
yeah, 100%. Just hard work, dedication.
Talk me through your start in boxing. Where did it all begin for you?
I started boxing when I was 10. That was when I first started training. I started competing at 12 at Wellingborough Boxing Club.
Why did you get into boxing?
I just remember my dad had boxing on the TV all the time. Like, I come from a family of fighters. None of them turned professional, but they all boxed anyway. And I just followed in the footsteps.
Did you take to it straight away? Did you love it straight away, or did it take you a bit of time?
I feel like it took a bit of time. Like, I got to about 12 or 13 and I knew from that point this is what I was going to do. But before that, I was just interested.
What were the amateurs like for you?
Good, successful. Towards the end, very successful. At the start, a bit rocky.
But I suppose that's to be
Yeah,
considering that you're brand new to it and you're trying to find your feet, trying to find if you really want to do it as
yeah,
well at the same time.
exactly, yeah.
In terms of, you talked about Wellingborough Boxing Club. How was that for you?
It was good. It was good. That's where I started and met some good people down there. They're really nice people down there. So, yeah, it was good for me.
And how does it, not just in terms of the sport, like we said, but how does it shape you as a person, really? Starting boxing at the age of 10 and going through that?
It gives you discipline, confidence, and you learn a lot, just through fighting and training, you learn a lot.
Did you always want to turn professional?
Oh, 100%. Like, that's why I started boxing. I never really wanted to. I remember telling my dad that I just want to be a sparring partner, then turn professional. I never really wanted to do the amateurs, but it had to be done.
You had your first fight as a professional this
Yeah.
year. How long after you said, right, I'm going to turn professional and everything that entails, did you actually end up fighting? Was there a long wait, or did you turn over and go, right, I'm going to get stuck straight into it?
It's a bit of a long wait with like sorting everything out, all the promotion side of things and stuff. A lot behind the scenes, but yeah, nah, it was pretty quick, to be fair.
And how was it? Because this is the strange thing, isn't it? Because people will be thinking and listening to us going, what do you mean he had his first? He's been fighting since he was 10.
Yeah,
He's used to
yeah.
boxing. He's been boxing amateurs, but it's a whole different ball game.
Oh,
The sport
100%.
changes completely, doesn't it? So how did it feel for you in that first fight here in Northampton? Did you have those nerves all over again, despite the fact you've been boxing for years?
That was the most nervous I've ever been because the gloves is so much different to the amateur gloves. They're way smaller and the padding's harder for obviously like entertainment purposes. So yeah, it was a lot scarier than the amateurs.
And what about when you were in the ring, when that bell went? Did it all become
Yeah,
more normal for you?
yeah, it's home. When you're in the ring and the bell goes, that's your comfort zone. Outside, like the build up, wrapping your hands and waiting to go. That's when you're nervous, but you're comfortable when you're in the ring.
And you won a fight, you won every round as well. What was the feeling like afterwards?
Oh, it was crazy, crazy atmosphere. It was brilliant.
And your loads of friends and family in there as well?
Yeah, there was loads of people supporting. It was crazy. Obviously, being in Northampton as well, all my people were down there, so it was good.
Yeah, and we mentioned a little bit earlier about the professional setup you're part of. You're part of the shoebox gym, and the biggest reputational name in there at the minute is Kieran Conway, the British middleweight champion. What's it like at that gym?
It's brilliant. The atmosphere is really good. Everyone's working towards their own goals. We all got our own goals, and we all bounce off one another. So it's brilliant.
Now, I've seen the pro groups on a Monday night, and like you say, you're all at different stages of your career.
Yeah.
You've got Kieran, who's a British champion. You've got yourself that's starting out. There's someone rebuilding from a loss in Ethan James, for example. But that all seems to kind of motivate you.
Yeah, it does, 100%. It helps in many ways, like the level of sparring that I've had since being 16, 17 has really brought me on as well.
Kieran Conway's the British middleweight champion. He's the first British middleweight champion from Northampton. What does his presence in the gym give you?
It just watching him and taking little things from him. Like, I don't tell him myself, but I'm watching him a lot. I take little things from him, like just not even boxing, personality-wise as well. How he goes about himself, speaking to the media, how he boxes, how he trains, his work ethic. I do take a lot from him.
Yeah, and that's how it should be, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
what the gym's all about. It's about learning and finding your own voice, your own feet in that perspective. You talked about earlier, and this is what I'm really interested in talking to you about as well. People think you're a professional boxer. That's what you do. You go and fight. You earn some money, and that's that.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into the professional game. I mean, even if we talk about you mentioned earlier, you turn professional, and then you've got to sort some things out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you have to do when you turn professional? What have you got to sort out before you can actually even fight?
There's loads of, when you turn pro, there's loads of medical costs and bills and stuff like that. You've got to sort how you're going to live whilst training full time, because nobody really starts off being paid a great amount for fights. So it's a very hard business that people don't see.
Yeah, it doesn't come with a salary being a professional boxer, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's literally like, it's about selling tickets and promoting yourself. And nowadays, boxing is so much about social media that you just got to promote yourself every day as well as train. So yeah, it's hard.
And like you said, I've seen this firsthand with fighters, and that's it can turn them away from boxing a little bit, because your passion for the sport itself, for being in the ring, like you said earlier, feels like home. That's why you want to do it. So when you've got all the other things that come along with it, when you've got to book MRI scans, you've got to fork out for that, you've got to try and find sponsors, you've got to sell tickets as well. How much does that kind of weigh on you when all you want to be doing is fighting?
Yeah, it's stressful, because you can all your focus has to be on fighting. You have to be 100% focused on fighting. So having to do other things like that is difficult.
How are you finding kind of training full time as well?
It's hard. It's not easy, with one rest day in a week and you're training 2-3 times a day. It's not easy. It gets intense as well. Now we're near my next fight. It's getting difficult, but.
How do you find a rest day? When you're training twice a day for every other day of the week, do you find it hard to kind of switch off?
Yeah, I do. I rest. I don't do nothing, but I just watch boxing all day.
Yeah. That's all that's going on through your mind, isn't it? It's just boxing.
100%.
What about the weight side of things? So you are a super welter, light middle.
Super light.
Yeah, so even lighter than that.
Yeah.
In terms of just for people listening, what is that weight in terms of, if you can give it in stone so people can react?
I'm not too sure in stone, but it's 63.5 kilos. So I don't know what that is in stone.
Yeah, it's 63 kilos. So, and how do you find that in terms of, if you're not boxing for a fight, if you're just training casually and you're walking around, how far away from that is your natural weight?
Yeah, we walk around quite a bit heavier than what we fight at. The weight is always the most difficult part, It's more difficult than the training, really. So fighters are cutting a lot of weight, We cut weight, we lose weight through a healthy diet, then we do little bits on fight week here and there to make the weight. And it's a lot of sacrifice to make the weight.
And that's the thing, because you're training twice a day, you're going through this, and you're doing all of this depleted, not being able to eat like you would. It must take its toll at points.
Oh, it does. It does. It affects your mood. It can affect your mood, and it can affect your performance. If you leave things till last minute and you don't do things the correct way, you can really sacrifice the last 10 weeks you've been training just because you didn't make weight correctly.
And I know how much food is a topic in your gym, because when I was there the other Monday, for about 20 minutes, all you talked about between you is all the foods that you couldn't eat and would eat when you fought.
Yeah, it makes you go crazy. Just think about food all the time. Even when you're out of camp, you just, you can't help but eat. So.
And how are you doing that nowadays? Have you got someone you're working with?
Yeah, I've got a nutritionist, Charlie, his name is. He's helping me out, made things 10 times easier. My energy levels throughout camp has been brilliant, and I'm strong as well. I've maintained strength, whereas, when you do things yourself, you can lose muscle mass and stuff like that, so it's good.
Let's talk about what you've got coming up. You turned professional, you got your first fight under your belt, but it's all about staying as active as possible now, isn't it? And you've got a fight coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks tomorrow I'm fighting.
And where's that?
York Hall, London.
Yeah, and that's a great venue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's one of the it's the home of British boxing, isn't it? In this country, it's not the biggest venue in the world, but it's got so much character. So many great fighters have fought there early in their career. Even from Northampton, I've seen Chantal Cameron fight there. Kieran Conway's obviously defending his British middleweight title there in a couple of weeks. Is it always somewhere you've wanted to box?
100%. It's like something I've always wanted to tick off. So I'm just glad I'm getting it out of the way quite early in my career as well.
And it's great experience for you.
100%, yeah, it is.
And obviously, the business side of it, like we talked about earlier, I bet you're well in the process of trying to sell tickets for that fight, etc. How's that going for you?
It's going good. We sold quite a few tickets, and tickets are still available now until fight week.
And how can people get in touch with you if they want to get a ticket?
I would say social media is where they could message me for a ticket.
Yeah, and just search for you probably on Instagram. It's probably the easiest.
Yeah, Hamilton Boxing _ on Instagram, so they could drop me a message.
And what does the rest of the year look like for you in an ideal world?
Finishing off of camp now, fighting, knocking him out, then moving on to the next one and knocking him out, and then that's the end of the year for me.
And just building up momentum.
Yeah, that's it. Getting my name out there and just building my resume.
Yeah, well, I wish you the very best of
Thank
luck, Charlie. It's great to have you in the studio. Hope we have you in many more times as well over the next couple of years, etc. And that momentum that's building in your gym as well. Hopefully that continues over the next few weeks.
For sure, appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem at all. And if you want to get in touch with him, as I said, Charlie Hamilton on Instagram is the easiest way to find you, isn't it? You can get hold of those tickets, honestly. And plenty of fights here in Northampton too. And support boxers when they're coming up, because this is when they need your support. And then when they break through, it'll all be repaid, isn't it? And it's great to see. Charlie, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.